This video is brought to you by Cool Green Clothing. Cool Green Clothing is a Baltimore-based clothing line that started back in 2018 and has been growing strong ever since. Make sure you follow Cool Green Clothing on Facebook and IG at Cool Green Clothing, and check out their website, coolgreenclothing.com, where you can find the latest cool green fashions and hats, women's apparel, and the latest men's collection. Remember, if you ain't coolin' and getting the green, you're in the way.
What's up, kings and queens? It's your girl, Charlotte Moore. As always, we give thanks for another day, you dig? So as the CEO and founder of Motivational More, we take pride in working with incredible creative entrepreneurs. And today, we are shooting a campaign for Cool Green Clothing, founded by the one and only AC Green. So the vibrational energy of this line is all about street vibes, a growth mindset, hustle. So today, we are highlighting this, guys, the Baltimore Cool Green Snapback. How cute is this? Look at this. So we're going to have so much fun on the shoot. And I'm telling you, follow Cool Green Clothing. It's so important for us to support our entrepreneurs. There's so much talent in Baltimore. And as a creative entrepreneur myself, I know how hard it is. And I love to see just people going out there and going for their dreams. So let's get it.
What's going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2Times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to smash that like button. Definitely watch the video to the end to hear the full story. Let's get right into it. In inner cities all over the world, some things that take place seem senseless. It's an old saying that says, the good die young. A sad reality for too many families, and what makes it worse, if the person hit wasn't the intended target. Losing their life in the case of mistaken identity. Leaving the family to mourn and with more questions than answers. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we will be discussing Ray Glasgow III and the alleged situation that left a young man gone at just 17 years old. According to sources, Ray was a standout young man, often helping his father with his painting business and playing sports for his high school, City College. Ray played two sports, football and lacrosse, and was good at both, but really took off in lacrosse, becoming the team's captain. According to Ray's father, the young man was everything he wished he could have been growing up. Then one day, everything would change in a blink of an eye. On a Saturday night, while chilling with his friends in Southeast Baltimore on Eaton Street, when unfortunately, the group were ambushed and shots were fired, hitting Ray and another 18-year-old in the vehicle. As the driver tried to get to Johns Hopkins Hospital to get his friends help, the car was in a minor accident, and unfortunately, Ray would not survive the shooting. As the community, Ray's family, and his teammates were devastated with no answers on who would want to hurt a good kid, BPD were investigating, and a name popped up 6 days later. Sean Little, at the time 20 years old. Witnesses and surveillance footage shows the victim's car parked by East Pratt Street when three males exited a white vehicle and walked up to the car Ray and his friends were in, before one of the men flashed a blicky before letting off shots and fleeing the scene. As more came out, it was clear it was a case of mistaken identity, as vigils were held for Ray and his lacrosse team went to play and honored the young man with his jersey, and friends wearing shirts with his picture on it and everything with the number 10, which was his jersey number. Everything seemed so shaky, and what happened? As others from the community and classmates of Ray spoke out, saying he was the one to hype everyone up, keep them focused, and always was in good spirits and had a bright future. As BPD talked to more witnesses, more people pointed to Sean Little, and allegedly, once interrogated, the young man admitted he was at the crime scene but didn't do anything. Sean alleged he was just riding with his homeboys and did not know they was going to do a hit, stating he should have just stayed in the car. But the surveillance and witnesses that saw Sean and he would be arrested, also two other men, one in his 30s and another one in his 20s, charged with the hit of Ray and attempt of the other victim in the car as well. As the men awaited trial, prosecutors were trying to get Sean to testify on the other two to possibly get a lighter sentence. But the other two suspects kept pushing their trial dates back. Things would go left. Sean Little was eventually sentenced to 30 years in prison for second degree. But the judge in the case was caught talking to a juror. So his sentence and one of his co-defendants was dropped after years, and the case had to be retried. Ray's family was confused as what happened, and as of now, a new trial is set to take place. One saying that stuck out to me that one of Ray's classmates said, "It seems like we love to hit each other for nothing." That's a deep statement. Rest in peace to Ray. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. More of this story, don't be so quick to pull the trigger, because once them shots go off, it's no coming back. Even if it's a case of mistaken identity, you can't take a life and say my fault. We thought it was somebody else, because bullets don't have a name. But hey, that's the Baltimore way. Man, rest in peace to Ray, you feel me? It's a crazy story all around the board. So basically, you know, like I said, they locked up some people for it. And then one of the young men who they first grabbed up, they was trying to get him to testify on the other two. He ended up getting 30 years in prison. But somehow the lawyers pointed out that the day of sentencing, that the judge in the case was talking to one of the jurors. The jurors had to go catch an early train or something like that. But that's against the law, you know what I mean? The law of the courtroom. It's not a good look to see the judge talking to a juror, because they could go either way. They could be telling them something, telling them to say guilty or something like that. So the case got threw out, but it's gonna get retried allegedly. So people trying to say that, you know what I mean, when they retry them, you feel me, they might throw it out because they messed up, the state messed up. But man, it's a messed up situation, you feel me? A case of mistaken identity. Shorty had his whole life ahead on him. You know, 17 years old, star athlete, doing the right things, you know. And like I said, that comment that his friend stated, it stuck out to me like, man, why we like to take each other out for nothing? You know what I mean? That's what it was about. It was about nothing. Like mistaken identity, thinking he's somebody else. And then the thing about that, you can't take that back, because once a person gone, they gone, you know. But this story caught my attention because at the end of the day, man, it just go to show you that it just be senseless out there in the street sometimes, you know. Because even if they thought them was the dudes they was looking for, like, how you don't know who you beefing with though? Like, how you don't know faces? Like, I don't get it, because they said nobody in the car was the intended target, you feel me? Allegedly. But you know how that go, man. But yeah, y'all already know, man, sad situation, you feel me? I definitely send my prayers and condolences to the family. Yeah, man, crazy, messed up. But if y'all made it to the end, I appreciate it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Be sure to smash that like button, fam. If you want to follow me on Instagram at _Tony 2 times. Love, fam. I'm out.